Happy New Year, everybody. You just been caught in the rant trap where I rant about what my subscribers ask me to rant about. This one comes from Crunchy Bagels, who says, "All right, I got one. Let's pretend for a second that you've actually put out a YouTube video. Fuck! Who are your primary inspirations? What is your editing and writing style like? Why should people watch you instead of other YouTubers? And why are you going to become the next Mr. Beast except for presumably media analysis? Bonus points if you specify a time you want to keep the rant under at the very beginning, and then surpass that time by at least 10 minutes. Let's see, I'll shoot for 10 minutes, total rant length. So, the kind of YouTuber that I want to be, with editing, writing style, and inspirations, I want to be a variety channel where, like, the primary catch-all would be, media analysis, but I want that to be a very broad term because I don't want to get caught in an umbrella. Because I have so many different ideas, at least right now. This is coming from the perspective of a guy whose only actual YouTube video he's put out was his death battle interview, where he, less of an interview, more like a pitch, where he pitched Luz Noseda versus Atsuko Kagari as a death battle episode to Wiz and Boomstick, and then got clowned on by the community for doing so. So, yeah. As far as the kinds of videos that I want to make, the kinds of videos that I want to make, I'm definitely a big fan of the ranking video format. I do like watching or like playing or like experiencing a set of media, not even necessarily the media as a whole, but like aspects of it, and making cool, fun rankings out of it to express opinion and analyze what makes it good, what makes it bad. Primary example of this, and probably one of my greatest influences to the styles and kinds of content that I would want to make, would be Schaefer's Productions. He's in my top 10 favorite YouTubers of all time. Been watching him for years now. He's basically, when I first started watching him, he was like the first YouTuber I watched, because I think he's only like around my age. How fucking old? I want to say I'm actually older than he is. James. Oh no, his last name is James Frillis. Yeah, James Frillis. How old is he? Okay, he's 27. So actually, he's about 2 years older than I am, but not that far apart. He's basically the first YouTuber I watched where the way he inserts references to 2000s media and like especially 2000s and 2010s era internet humor, for lack of a better term. Like, he put a peanut butter gamer clip into one of his videos before, and that like unlocked a childhood memory for me. So I was just like, oh my god, did we grow up watching the same stuff? So I instantly gained an appreciation for like his perspective, because I thought it was a similar perspective to the stuff that I watched growing up. So there's that. He is into a lot of the same stuff I'm into: animation, film, video games. He's actually recently taken a stance on the current mainstream animated movie industry, being like, I'm gonna like ease off on the gas, because I don't want to be Schaefer. Okay, listen, Schaefer's is pretty normie core, I won't lie, but at the same time, he's actively taking steps to combat this image of being too normie core by he'll still cover animated like mainstream animated movies, because he's kind of expected to at this point, but every time he's done so, he's followed it up with a recommendation of a obscure, typically foreign, but not always foreign, but just obscure animated movie to be like, hey, if you liked this mainstream movie, or if you wanted to see like if you want to like expand your horizons and not just watch the popular shit, and not just be a normie, watch this shit. And as someone who is very anti-normie and very pro-elitism gatekeeping, not to say She Frillis is an elitist or a gatekeeper of any kind, but it's basically the closest he's come to taking any sort of stance in that direction. And as someone who is very much pro gatekeeping and pro elitism, hell yes, very very proud of him for doing that. Even if majority of his fans probably will never watch the stuff that he this foreign obscure stuff that he recommends, tragic as it is. So the kinds of videos that he makes, like ranking, breaking down individual pieces of media, and like doing long form video essays on like a movie or a show or a game. That's the kind of stuff that I'd be into, as well as, you know, ranking pieces of media or like individual facets of one like series of media. Like, for instance, recently he put out a video ranking every 3D Zelda dungeon, where you kind of need to play all of the games to you know, play all the dungeons, but you don't. He's not ranking the games; he's ranking the dungeons. So, you know, stuff like that would be very fun. And other, I'll give a quick shout out to channels that are like Schaeferless, like little offshoots that are very obviously inspired by him, whether directly stated or otherwise. One such is Biff Weed, who is a small little guy that I would recommend checking out if you haven't heard of him. He's mainly a death battle channel, but he's kind of been straying away from that. Kind of a similar vein to Schaeferless. Well, he's not like, he still loves death battle. He's like one of the top death battle YouTubers in that little niche, but he still wants to, you know, be known as more than just a death battle guy. Like, his last death battle video was 3 months ago, and since then he put out a video ranking all of the Aardman animation films, all of the Wallace and Gromit cracking contraptions shorts, and honestly, this video is one of my personal favorites he's put out ever. Just a variety video, like of kind of like a pseudo vlog style video where he talks about his stressful travel experiences. The video is just straight up called "My Stressful Travel Experiences," where he just talks about how every year he and his friend group across the internet get together to have a big get together, which is, you know, really cool. But he's just talking, instead of just talking about like all the stuff that he and his friends did together and making that be the focus, he highlights the hellish travel, hotel, and flight experiences that he suffered through while trying to join up with his friends. Because I believe he lives in Scotland, and either Scotland or Ireland. Where the fuck is Edinburgh in? I can't be asked to look that up right now. One of the two. I'm always getting fucking Ireland and Scotland confused because I'm racist. But I want to say Scotland. So, because he sounds like a Scot. So in that video, he didn't have a whole bunch of footage of him like on the trip to use to like fill out the video. So what he did was that he just took like somewhat thematically related footage of like all of his like favorite media that somewhat related to what he was talking about. Like when he's talking about getting on a flight, he just like pulls up a clip of a cartoon character or like a movie character that he likes getting on a flight. And when he talks about like getting stuck in an airport, he just plays clips from The Terminal, the Steven Spielberg movie with Tom Hanks. So that was fun. Oh god, I'm already up to 8 minutes. I've already talked about 2 YouTubers. Looks like we're gonna be overshooting by a few minutes, but that was to be expected. So yeah, that recent travel video that he put out gave me more of like an inspirational boost to be like, man, I really don't want to be put in a bubble, because like this video was a lot of fun to listen to, just hearing how he suffered through all these different travel the hell situations, how Spirit Airlines and what the fuck was it, American Airways, I want to say, no, it was United and Spirit, I think, that were just fucking him left and right, kept delaying his flights, kept moving his seats around, kept making him stay additional nights, and losing his luggage. That was a very hilarious saga to hear unfold. And he still makes death battle videos. I'm sure there's not a doubt in my mind he's working on a season 2025 ranking of the entire lineup. He's also the inspiration, primary inspiration for me doing my media threads and one of his he has a little mini series kind of where every year he makes a video talking about his favorite media that he checked out in the previous year, in the past year. So that's inspiring me to do my versions of that, which I am working on. Unfortunately, the 2025 one had to get scrapped because we're at the end of 2025 now. Oops. But now that I'm actually planning my videos out better and I've actually made a decent amount of progress on my first legit video, which will be about the 2025 Death Battle Season ranking. Let's see if I can get it out before Biffweed and all the other big guys like Nemesis Bloodreich and the Raptor and all those guys. Well, what's the other guy? Raccoon Dog, bro, VA. I don't know. He was hoping. So there's that. Those are two great guys. As far as like the styles of humor that I want to inject in my videos, I definitely want to be. I don't want to say offensive because I'm not trying to go out of my way to be edgy or obnoxiously over the top offensive, but I definitely want to have my humor to have some edge to it. I will like to I like my this persona that I've somewhat developed online as a person being very self-confident to the point of perhaps unjust overconfidence. Whereas not this the idea of like I'm so well studied in my experience to absorb and not absorb because that sounds stupid to study and research and all these kinds of different arts and media to form this higher echelon of taste to the point where they like you can see a lot of it come through in the fucking death battle pitch, which I guess is abrasive to a lot of people because granted, in retrospect, the bisexual battle thing was pretty stupid, but at the same time, it birthed the new meme in the community and also kind of made me somewhat notorious within it. So honestly, I wouldn't go back and change a goddamn thing about it. So yeah, I love that video so much. The kind of editing that I want to do is like real creative stuff with my avatar. With the manta, I want to commission a bunch of new facial expressions because I still only have the one. I gotta get with my artist and commission some new ones. It's just gonna be hard to right now because I'm also saving for a place to live in the new year at the start of the new year. So let's see what I can allocate to that. As far as like the kinds of humor that I want to inject, where it's not seeking to offend, but it will be like I don't want to be sterile. I don't want to be safe. I want to be like, what the fuck did he just say? And like the kind of gags like my friends in my Discord groups know this much too well about me. Where one of my favorite styles of humor is just to say the most outlandish, insane, wild takes possible, but say it with such like the 90 to 95% genuinely, like genuinity, is that the word I'm thinking of? But like have like that 5 to 10% little dash, little sprinkle of ridiculousness and exaggeration so that you can't tell if I'm being legit or if I'm like, oh, he's like exaggerating for the sake of comedy. Like just off the top of my head, like, oh, they're talking about actually, no, I can't fucking think one off the top of my head. There's too many to think of. Yeah, but my Discord friends know it's hard for me to explain without having to like break it down in meticulous detail, and that's boring. So let me list some YouTubers that I like who have been known to have edgy humor, like a Kindale War. Let me go down my list here. Best Guy Ever. Ouija the God. Eric Ellsworth. Who else? Like Kobe Shinobi and Quesadilla Slam. Those kinds of guys where they make like Meth Gator who make outlandish like the fuck did he just say kind of content. And that's the kind of humor that I want to inject in my videos because I want it to be both engaging media analysis, but also entertaining media analysis. And I want to strike that nice middle ground of like, you'll come away from my videos at the very bare minimum entertained, if not having learned something, or like understand, if not what makes the thing I'm talking about good or bad, at least making you understand my perspective on why I think the thing I'm talking about is good or bad. So, that is it for, primary inspiration. I mean, to throw out a couple more. Rebel Taxi. He's always been one of my favorites. I've thought about. I like the kinds of content that like Mighty Keith and Arlo put out. It's just hard for me because, in addition to wanting to be a variety channel, like when I say variety, I know I can't just talk about Death Battle one week and then the NFL the next, because the crossover in that Venn diagram is probably a nanometer thin. I'm pretty sure if I asked the average Death Battle fan who their favorite NFL team was, they wouldn't be able to name me an NFL team outside of maybe like the Dallas Cowboys. If I asked a Death Battle fan to name all 32 NFL teams, I think they'll sooner be able to name all 200 plus episodes of the show in order before they can name 5 NFL teams. So, as someone who is in this somewhat unique, at least in terms of like public figureheads or like public like content creators who both enjoy the NFL to the point where like they study it, they analyze it, they want to give takes on it. Because I like NFL, I like the NFL, I like football, and I want to make football content. The problem is, I know that is going to be so hard, and to the point where it's going to be hard to market it because, like I said, video game, movie, death battle, TV show, music, stuff like that is going to be hard to balance with sports. Y'all want to hear me talk about the Detroit Lions and their chances to win the Super Bowl? Probably not. Yeah, that's gonna be hard. That's why I'm trying to do this thing where I'm gonna have 3 primary sources of like content to create. The big actual like time sync content that will I want to do, like, because I'm reminded of before the dramatic legendary fall off that one day Crunchy Bagels will make the documentary about, and it'll get a gazillion views. The Digibro used to be one of my favorite YouTubers, now known as Trixie the Golden Witch, and now she was like the king of anime analysis. Literally, no one did it like him. Like you had guys like Demolition D who did it funnier than he did, and like Demolition D and Best Guy Ever, who were not as good as at analysis, was just funnier and packaged their videos in a more entertaining format. But if you were just looking to get down to the nitty gritty of anime analysis, Digibro was the king of that shit. And being a Digibro fan at like peak Digibro time, he kept you fed because you had the main Digibro content, which in his prime he didn't like slow down that much, if at all. It was pretty consistently good. Then you had Digibro After Dark, which was his second channel, which there were some people like myself who were almost getting drawn to Digibro After Dark more often than the Digibro main content, just being so enamored with stuff like his tier lists, his rants, his stuff like Finish or Fail, his little podcast that he do with his friends, and then the big podcast that he did, the Procrastinators, which I listened to a bit with Crunchy while he and I were hanging out, vacationing together towards the end of this year, which was really fun. One of the best times of the year for me. One of the biggest highlights. And we were listening to the Procrastinators podcast because he had just started listening to it from basically start to finish, and why am I blanking on the term? He was getting me on game about like some of the best episodes. We listened to Memes That Need to Die. That was a great episode. We listened to I think we listened to the school one together. But then we listened to the fucking Yellow episode. And the yellow episode is fucking legendary, but I can't let myself go down that rabbit hole. I see that the time's going over 20 minutes. Fuck. Crunchy was right. Fuck. But yeah, long and short of it is, I want to do 3 styles of content. The main channel, Neon Manta, where I make the actual, like, long form, big video projects. Neon's Dwelling, the side channel here, where, rants might come back one day in the future. I definitely would like to do rants in the future. I cannot afford the time to do rants every month, clearly, because these rants that I'm putting out today at the final day of 2025, when they were rants from 2024 that I thought were 2025, but I completely forgot about them for that long. So can't do rants right now. So second channel is gonna be for football content and, shorts, miscellaneous stuff that I feel like, shit posts that I just want to put out there if I feel like it. Third, Twitch streaming, which I gonna be holding off on. I might want to start, like, streaming here and there before I move into a new place, but I think I want to, like, hold off on streaming until I'm moved into my new place, whatever it may be, so that way I can, because when I moved in, I'll be able to make content across the board at a much faster pace, much more dedicated pace, because this, my current living situation hinders me a lot from my content creation, so there's that. Let me look at this rant real quick. People talking about both points. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. That is the rant. That is the kind of content creator that I want to be. I definitely failed in a lot of my goals this year, but there are big things on the horizon in 2026. There's going to be very, very exciting news, hopefully coming within the first 3 months of the year. Hopefully I will have at least one fucking video out this time, please! But also, as we're approaching the playoffs of the 2025 NFL season, where I'll be wrapping up that with playoff predictions and grinding a few more shorts out to squeeze a little more juice out of that. Also TikTok, you can follow me on TikTok. That's where I post a lot of my football stuff. And man, it is fucking easy to get big on TikTok. I had no idea it was that fucking easy. For the TikTok algorithm is a million fucking times better than the YouTube algorithm, because as long as you just tag your shit right, you can blow up easily. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I went about 13 minutes longer than expected. Happy New Year, y'all. Sorry for it being late, better late than never. Okay, bye!